Minister, I come from a riding with a great deal of hunters, target shooters, and gun collectors. I want to make it clear that these are not the folks shooting up cities. Gangs and organized crime are largely responsible for that. On October 27th, I wrote to you asking if Ontario will be joining the Prairie Provinces, New Brunswick and the Yukon in saying no to Justin Trudeau's gun buyback. I haven't received an answer yet.
The problem is not with legal gun owners.
The next question, the member for Haldimand-Norfolk.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Solicitor General. Minister, I come from a riding with a great deal of hunters, target shooters, and gun collectors. I want to make it clear that these are not the folks shooting up cities. Gangs and organized crime are largely responsible for that. On October 27th, I wrote to you asking if Ontario will be joining the Prairie Provinces, New Brunswick and the Yukon in saying no to Justin Trudeau's gun buyback. I haven't received an answer yet. Speaker, I've read what the federal government is proposing, and it's not worth the paper it's written on, and it certainly will not curb gun violence or crime. I know talking about guns makes some of you uncomfortable, and I'm sure some of you will peg me as some sort of gun-toting Beth Dutton. I'm not, which makes me more credible. I have no interest to protect here. In fact, if an idea was brought forward that would save lives, I'd be the first to stand in my place and vote in favour to help those students like my colleague from Scarborough-Guildwood mentioned earlier this morning.
Question.
Until then, we all need to exercise common sense. Speaker, to the minister, will you be saying no to committing Ontario Police resources to assist in the federal gun buyback?
The Solicitor General.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the member for the question. The problem is not with legal gun owners, and to be clear, those who possess illegal guns will not be participating in the C-21 program, and this is obvious. And that's why we're treating combating gun and gang violence as a priority. But we're telling our federal government to step it up at the border, because this is a priority. And I did just that when I attended in Halifax at the federal, provincial and territorial meeting. And I will continue to press the federal government, step it up at the border. This is important now, and we have to keep Ontario safe, because we know that every gun, almost every gun that is used in an illegal activity in Ontario is coming from across the border.
Thank you. And the supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you to the minister. I'm not sure, though, if that was a yes or no. I'd like to remind the minister that from a provincial perspective, this is a policing resources issue, not a firearms issue. And I'm glad to hear you say that it's not legal gun owners who are the problems. Speaker, participating in the buyback will remove police from our streets, which will put more power into the hands of criminals. There will be fewer police to investigate domestic violence, homicides, and even the real problem of gangs and smuggling. Feel-good headlines on the 6 o'clock news never translates into good public policy, and in this case, it gives the people of Ontario a false sense of security at their very large expense. I am happy to hear that you want to push the feds to stop the smuggling of illegal weapons into Ontario and join Toronto Mayor John Tory in his call for tougher bail reforms. 4 other provinces and 1 territory agree with me.
Question.
Speaker, to the Solicitor General, I like what you're saying, but are you saying no to Justin Trudeau's gun buyback?
Remind the members to make their comments through the chair. Solicitor General to respond.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the member for the question, and I'll just repeat again. The problem is not with the legal gun owners. And to be clear, those who possess illegal guns will not be surrendering their guns as part of this program. I've seen for myself when I toured at the border with a member from Sarnia-Lambton at the St. Clair River. I saw exactly where the drones came in with the illegal guns. And I went with the member from Sault Ste. Marie to his border, and I saw the proximity between the U.S. and the Ontario border. The federal government must do more. Our message won't change. We are telling the federal government, step it up, less talk and more action.